I was inspired to be creative by watching my mother sew when I was a young girl. My mother used to make outfits for my brother and I, special occasions, Easter outfits, suits, coats, or whatever, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on the machine. My mother taught me early to sew, so by the time I got to junior high school, I was already sewing on my own. By the time I got an apartment, I couldn't find things to decorate that I liked because they were so scarce. So I started creating things on my own. If I didn't learn how to do it in a class, I'd figure out how to do it. Such as I did my copper foil class and learned how to do stained glass panels, in which I created a black woman with a church hat on, ready to go to church, because most things were not ethnicity inspired when you saw them in the store. That led to wanting to be a teacher for children who were not exposed to the possibility of being creative, and this I felt was a good opportunity to bring it to the neighborhood.
Nearing the traditional retirement age has allowed me to reflect on what I want to do with my remaining years. Helping my community to handle daily stress and tools to management is at the top of my list of activities that will bring me inner peace and may benefit others too. By staging a sewing and crafting event, my community may become immersed in creativity, at least for the day. Our minds will break away from pressing or distracting thoughts as we really focus on the task at hand, our projects, and the day's activities may spur someone into a creative career path.
Obstacles. As a youngster, the fabric shop was within walking distance from my home. Actually, all of our needs could be met in our neighborhood, from healthcare to groceries, hardware to entertainment. It was right there, close to home. As a young teen, I could visit Joann Fabrics and peruse the pattern catalogs, admire the new fabrics, and explore projects. They even offered local classes or groups for curious artsy folks to partake in. I was fortunate to not have to depend on my parents or public transportation. Unfortunately, today the closest fabric shop or craft shop to my childhood neighborhood is between 10 and 12 miles away, and in areas where public transportation is limited to business daytime hours. Besides, a visit to and from these shops would be approximately 1.5 to 2 hours of travel. A second current obstacle for this community is that craft and fabric shops have always offered classes, demonstrations, and project-based one-time make-it-take-it events. Unfortunately, the scheduling of these offerings is usually not practical for people of limited means because they are beyond busing routes and scheduling time. The working title of our sewing and crafting event is Black Creativity Explodes. This all-day event will feature an ambiance of African American history, music, and artistry woven throughout each segment of creation, starting with strainer art. Each participant will be provided with all supplies necessary to complete a strainer art canvas. We chose this type of art because it requires no prior artistic ability, and for beginner crafters, it will build their confidence upon seeing their completed project.
Our second project of the day we are calling Upcycled Denim. Participants will be asked to bring an old pair of jeans or a denim jacket to recycle, or should we say upcycle, into their own artistically inspired creation. Sewing machines will be on site for reconstruction of the garments, and we will provide a wide variety of fabrics and embellishments for participants to use.
To round out the day's activities, each participant will receive a pre-cut fabric in order to make a Go Green tote bag. This tote bag will be washable. They'll be able to embellish it however they please using their own creativity, and this is something that they will be able to take home and make use of.
Black creativity explodes!